Now the verb has three persons, first, second, and third. Now see, when I say first, second, and third, first means what? I, second means you, third means he. In a sentence, the verb has to take the same person as the subject, that is. Now, when I'm talking about I, when I'm talking about first person I, my, see over here, it's speak or draw well. Now, this is one sentence. I speak, or we may say I draw well. You speak, you draw well. She speaks well, he draws well. Now the verb has two numbers, the singular and plural. In a sentence, the verb has to agree with its subject in number 2. That is, the verb must be of the same number and person as its subject. Now, when I'm talking about the first person, see my verb. And when I'm talking about the second person, again, my verb is that only, I and you. In both these cases, please remember, this is a rule which you all need to remember. In both these cases, I or you, both these are singular. So you may say, ma'am, then my verb is also, there's no S to it. There won't be an S to it. Always remember, if my subject is using the word I, if my subject is using the word you, my verb will remain as it is. You are not going to add S or ES, anything to the verb. But when my subject is third person, that is he, my verb will come up with S at the end of the verb. That is speaks, draws. So as I was telling you all over here in this slide, third person, you can see third person, all S, 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 S. So in this case, this is an example of that. He is used as a third person. So when I'm adding S to the verb, it becomes speak, becomes speaks, draw becomes draws. Now we are going to do subject-verb agreement rules. If the subject is of a singular number, the verb too has to be singular. Now, as I have already said, I and you is a singular, but you will not, for only these two ones, I and you will not make your verb, you will not add S to your verb. Now listen to me very carefully. This is a bit confusing. We all have done singular and plural. If I'm saying book, it's singular. If I am saying books, it becomes plural because I'm adding S to it. But when we talk about subject-verb agreement, it's a bit different from the singular plural which we have done in nouns. Over here, when my subject is singular, my verb will also be singular. But how my verb will be singular? By adding S. If there is no S to my verb, that means that my verb is plural. If it's opposite to the singular plural noun, and this is different. This singular and plural related to verb is different. It's completely opposite. In noun, what we used to do, we used to add S to plural, but in verb, we will add S to singular. Clear? Yes? So see last sentence, he writes, he is one person I'm talking about over here, it's singular. So how my verb will become singular? By adding S to it. Anyone have doubt anywhere? Please ask. Yes, Tuti.
I didn't understand, if the subject is the singular number, the verb too has to be singular. I didn't understand the
okay, I'll come to
subject.
that. Yeah, Shivin?
Excuse me, ma'am. If we add S to singular, then I and you don't have any S, ma'am.
Yes, beta, I said that only. I and you are the two exceptions. They are the two, only these two words because I is a first person and you is a second person. So only these two are the ones which are not going to have verb. Sorry, which are not going to have S to the verb. Okay? Okay. Yeah, Stuti, tell me what you have not understood.
Ma'am, I didn't understand subject verb agreement number 1.
Okay, first all of you write it somewhere. Write it somewhere. If your subject is singular, if your subject is singular, your verb will also be singular. If your subject is singular, your verb will also be singular. If your subject is plural, in second line write this. Leave one line and write in the write it in third or fourth line. Leave one line for example. I tell you how. First one, what I said, if your subject is singular, your verb will be singular. Leave two lines. Now write, if your subject is plural, your verb will also be plural. Again, I'm repeating. It's confusing. Please write it somewhere, or else it is difficult for you to understand. If your subject is singular, your verb will be singular. If your subject is plural, your verb will be plural. Everyone has written that?
Ma'am, one second.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, written.
Done. Okay. Now those whose cameras are off, enjoy yourself, Charvi and Rudransh. It's up to you. I'm sending you all name over there that you all are not turning on your camera in spite of my telling you all over and over again. Okay? Enjoy yourself. Keep your cameras on, relax yourself, do whatever you want to.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Who is that?
Navya.
Turn up here.
Ma'am, I repeat the lines.
The first one is, if your subject is singular, if your subject is singular, the verb will be singular.
Okay.
Leave two lines and write, if your subject is plural, your verb has to be plural. Now,
Ma'am, can you repeat again?
second one.
Yes,
If your subject is plural, your verb, or you may say the verb, has to be plural. If the subject is plural, the verb has to be plural. Now, for the first sentence, which I said, if your subject is singular, the verb needs to be singular. Write this example after that. You have left two lines now. In that two lines, write this last example. He writes. He writes. Write this example over there. He writes.
Ma'am, can you repeat once again the second rule?
The second rule is, if the subject is plural,
Yes, ma'am.
the verb has to be plural.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now for the first rule, which I had given to you all, please write example after that. He writes. Last line, see, last sentence, he writes. Now, why I have asked you to write that? Now see, first rule, all of you look into your copies. Notebook. I have asked, subject is singular. So over here, when I'm saying he is a singular. I'm talking about one person. And my verb is what? Writes. Writes means I'm adding S. So this is a rule. We have done singular plural in nouns. And now we are doing singular plural in verbs. So both of them are different. In nouns, what happened when we talk about singular plural? I may say bird, birds, tree, trees. So when I'm adding S, in noun I'm talking about. When I'm adding S, the word is becoming plural, but that is opposite in verb. When I'm adding S to verb, the verb is singular. But when I'm not adding S to verb, that time the verb is plural. Stuti, it's clear? No? Okay, let unmute yourself. Keep yourself on. Don't unmute yourself. Now, Stuti, can you tell me any one of singular plural noun?
Singular. Child. In plural, children.
Children. Okay, so this is what now? Yeah. So, but when I'm saying, so what you're doing for this? Okay, come up with something with S. Don't come with child and children right now. Anything with where you can add S or ES, whatever. Let us come with simple books. Yeah. So beta, over here, book is what? Singular or plural?
Singular.
And books is what? Singular or
Plural.
plural? So this is the rule in nouns. Isn't it? Singular, plural, nouns. This rule is there that when you will add S, ES, IES, VES, that time this word will become plural. But when we talk about verbs, this is completely opposite. If your word will have S, verb, okay? If your verb will have S, it is taken to be as a singular. And if your verb don't have S, it is plural. Now, have you understood or no? No. Write in your copy, writes.
And what?
WRITES.
Writes.
Okay. Write in your copy, books. Where you have written books now, within the bracket write noun.
Write books and in the
Within
bracket noun.
write nouns. And where you have written writes, within the bracket write verbs.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, beta, where you have written books, over there, S you have added because it is plural. But in verbs, when you will add S, it is singular. Both are opposite. In
I have
noun,
write writes. I have write writes books. Writes is also S.
writes.
Right.
Don't confuse yourself right now. Book is, I have asked you to write two words, book and writes.
Yes, ma'am.
Over there, books is plural. When you're
Yes.
talking about singular plural noun. When I'm talking about writes, write is a verb. Isn't it? So what is the rule difference between the two is that when I'm talking about noun, singular plural noun, word will become plural by adding S. But when I'm talking verbs now, the verb will not be regarded as plural when I'm adding S. When I'm adding S, it is singular. Okay, let me go further. Let me go further. I'll explain. Okay, Navya, what is your
Why, ma'am?
question?
I didn't.
No, it's okay, fine, beta. I'll explain, but don't worry. Navya, what is your question?
Ma'am, I have a doubt in the test link which is here right now.
Acha, theek hai.
Can I ask in the end?
Okay. Tell me what problem?
The third question I have not able to.
So, beta, don't open the test link now. That need to be done after the class. Question problem is there in question.
No, I'm not able to understand it. Choose the correct pronoun that can replace the underlined noun in the sentence.
Okay, then you need to share screen with me. Okay, just when I'll be giving a break, when everyone will come back, you may just share screen with me that time. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Navya, you may just lower your hand, and right now, please don't open the test. Right now, just concentrate on the lessons, please. Yeah. Now, who can explain me whatever I tried to explain, Stuti? Yeah, Pranshu.
You told that our first rule is that if our subject is singular, then our verb should be also singular. And if our subject is plural, then our verb should be also plural.
Well,
And in noun, how we make plural? By adding s or es, and singular is without adding s or es. But in the verb, it's just opposite. When we add s, it becomes singular, and when we do not add s, it becomes plural.
very good. Lovely. Very good. It seems as if I'm only explaining. Good, Pranshu. Great.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Stuti, now have you understood or no? No. Now, what do you know? I need to come over there and explain. You're now doing that in your copy. Okay. Now, Stuti, okay, let me go to the next one. Now, look here. Everyone look here. Now, anyone among except Stuti, any of you have difficulty in subject verb agreement? Please use raise hand feature if you have. Okay, let me see words. Shriyan, you have question? Shriyan, any difficulty? No?
Ma'am, I have not raised hand.
Okay. Let me see who raised the hand. Oh, again, yeah, Navya. Tell me. Navya?
Ma'am, can I share the previous slide? Yes, this one. The subject verb agreement rules.
So what happened? See, Navya, this is the only thing which I was saying. You had opened the test link and you were following that. You were just seeing the question while I
No, ma'am.
was over here.
And I was seeing this before.
Actually,
For this test.
okay, Navya. Yeah, Pranshu.
I was telling, like in singular form, in some, if the word ends with the s only, the verb, then how we will make it singular? By again adding s.
Okay, we'll see to that. Let us go proceed with the slides. If there will be any rule like that, you will be able to see over here. If there won't be, then it's not going to be there.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Vita. Now, Stuti and Navya, please concentrate here. Now, from here, it's a brief explanation. It will be. Now, you see over here, singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Now, singular verb always has s at the end. Singular verb. Look here. We always know that when we talk about nouns, we add s to books, books, but it is different in verbs. When I'm adding s to verb, it is not plural, it is singular. that monkey eats banana. Now, Stuti, yeah.
I want to tell means means in noun if we add verb and verbs, but in the verb we will add s, but it's not plural, it's singular.
Yeah, singular. In
If
pronoun,
it's
when you will add
if
s, it's plural. In verb, when you will add s, it's singular.
means if it's plural, then we will add verb. We'll say verb, but when it's singular, we will say verbs.
Give me some verb example. Like I am saying
Right.
that.
Run.
Right. Right. So when I want this right to be a plural, singular, what I'm going to do?
Rights.
Rights. Got that?
Yes, ma'am. And
Yeah.
in plural, right.
Right. Got
Means
that?
in verb is already totally changed.
Yeah, it's changed. It's opposite.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
I understand in this life.
Okay, good. Yeah, Navya. Navya, now beta, you can see that monkey eats banana. Now over here, Navya, monkey is singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. So my subject is singular. So what happened? My verb will also be singular. But you may say that, ma'am, how come it's singular? S is added. Beta, there is a different rule when we talk about singular plural noun and singular plural verbs. Okay. When I'm saying I may say bottle, bottles. Singular plural noun this is. But when I'm talking about singular plural verb, if I will add s to the verb, then my verb will be singular and not plural. And when I will not add s, that time my verb will be plural and not singular. It's opposite. Eat becomes eats banana. Why? Because they both need to agree. Now, when I say subject verb agreement, that means my subject and my verb both need to agree with each other. If my subject and my verb won't agree, what will happen? My sentence will go wrong. Isn't it? If my subject and verb will not agree, ultimately what happens? My sentence will go wrong. If I say like this, the monkeys eats banana. So it's not sounding good also. If I'm saying the monkeys eats banana, so monkeys eats continuously. So it's when I'm saying this, or when you are listening something like this, it is not very acceptable to your ears. You're not liking the sentence the way it has been said. So ultimately what happened? It's a wrong way, wrong sentence. Okay. So when I want to make the sentence correct, I may say the monkey eats banana. So now see, so nicely the sentence is coming up. Okay. So now in this one, monkey is a singular subject and but eats is a singular verb. This car goes fast. Now car is a singular subject because I'm saying car, I'm not saying cars. So as car, I'm talking about one car over here. So my verb is also singular. I'm adding es to it. Goes. Okay. Those monkeys eat banana. Now see, those monkeys, I'm talking about many. Monkey is a plural. Monkeys is a plural subject. My subject is plural. So over here, see, I have not added s to eat. I'm just saying eat. So when I'm just saying eat, I'm not adding s. So it is taken to be as a plural verb. When I'm adding s, it is singular. When I'm adding s to the verb, it is singular. When I'm not adding s to the verb, it is plural. Anyone have any question related to this slide? If you have, please use the raise hand feature. Everyone's, it's clear. Very good. Okay, now let's do one thing. I want all of you to write one example in chat. Listen to me carefully. One example in chat where my subject should be singular and my verb need to be singular. One example.
Singular.
Singular. Both need to be singular. Subject also singular, verb also singular. Sentence I want. Don't write words. Like this, I want sentence like this. Don't copy the sentences which are there in front of you. That monkey eats banana. So monkey is singular, subject is singular. So I want sentence like this. Let me see who all can write the sentence. Don't copy the sentences which are there. Okay. Okay. Yes, Shivan. Good. Okay, Udita. Good. Yes, Pranshu. Good. Okay, Charvi. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, good, Charvi. Leelakan. Beta, do I want some? I don't. That sentence is not going up with right now. Acha, you want to say, Leelakan, can you come with some different sentence? You're not wrong. But can you come up with some different sentence where you can add S to the verb? Do that, beta.
Not verb.
Verb where you can add S
Okay.
to make it singular. Okay, Shreyan. Okay, some of you now, wait. Okay. I can see some of you are coming out with the word like. Yeah. Sneha and one more child, 1 minute. Okay. Sneha, Kavya like to play chess. Yeah, Sneha? Beta, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, beta, I want you to bring the subject and the verb together in a sentence. It's just after only, like after subject only, you need to come up with a verb.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, come up with some sentences like this. Over there, it is taken to be there as a subject verb agreement. Okay, and one more child was there. Yeah, Navya, same goes for you. I want you to bring the subject and verb together, but it need to be that after the subject only the verb should be there. I don't want any extra word to be there between the subject and the verb.